Hi, I'm Kyle T. Mosley of HBCU Legends on Sports Illustrated. I'm here today with a veteran coach. He's no stranger to the HBCU sports world. Matter of fact, we got him back, and he's taken over the Tennessee State Tigers. He's been officially named and introduced. It's none other than Coach Reggie Barlow. How you doing, Coach?
Man, I am better than I deserve. So excited, happy. Really appreciate you inviting me on your show.
Well, look, Coach, I have to say this, and young people, if you're listening to this, this is a testament to the type of coach that you will be getting if you choose to join him at Tennessee State. Last week, I asked him about an interview with the UFL. None to my knowledge is that he was going to become the Tennessee State head coach. He kept his word, and he's still here today. Thank you so much for doing so.
Oh, yeah. Thankful for being here, and always enjoy spending a little time with you.
Yeah, definitely. Coach, how long have you guys been engaged in talks over there at Tennessee State?
Yeah, I think the initial conversation happened maybe 2 weeks ago. I mean, obviously they want to move fast on that because of Coach George's departure. And obviously, he had done a good job here for Tennessee State. So they definitely want to get somebody in front of the student athletes with all this stuff that's going on with transfer portal and all that stuff. So had to make it happen really quick.
Well, you guys did. And we're talking about a situation where you were the DC Defenders head coach, and you did it so well for the past couple of seasons, especially your first season where you were the coach of the year for the XFL, and then it transferred into the UFL. But filling this vacancy left by Eddie George, it brought some immediate, I would say it brought some immediate excitement to the HBCU land to be able to have you to come back. Why was it important for you to be able to come back and take this position over at Tennessee State?
I mean, I am HBCU through and through. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for Alabama State giving me a chance to be a football player there, the only school that recruited me out of high school. And then, of course, gave me a chance to be a head coach. Then Virginia State, HBCU giving me a chance. So my fiber is HBCU, and the things that I've learned and the things that I've accomplished or we've accomplished has become as a result of the training and the mindset that we've gotten from our HBCUs.
Yeah, definitely. As far as what you've been able to do, you turned around the program over at Alabama State when you came back to your alma mater. And even when you went to Virginia State, you turned around that program, especially the second year when you guys went to the NCAA Division II playoffs, right? And you guys were undefeated that year.
Yeah.
Talk about your vision for Tennessee State going forward.
Yeah, it's keeping the main thing. I mean, I think we've gotten a formula for how to build a program, the characteristics and things that matter to a program. Our coaches and players, I mean, obviously it starts with building yourself with populating yourself with good people around your program, people that care about the student athletes, people that want to serve in the right capacity, develop these guys spiritually, mentally, physically. So I think just having that recipe for developing student athletes on the field and off the field, and just really investing in them and not spending time with them, but investing time with them. It's one of the things that we've tried to do over the years, and actually it's worked for us.
It seems like it worked not only on the college level, but on the pro level as well. Just seeing how those young men gravitated to you, as well as how they played very hard for you these past two seasons.
Yeah, the UFL that was some fun for us. The XFL was a really good time. Just being able to coach the pro guys. I mean, many of our guys that were on our team, they had been in the NFL for maybe a few years or 1 year, or been in NFL camps and stuff. So it was really cool to see how we were able to train the mind of those guys and the buy-in and be committed to the standard that we had and the standard that the coaches set for them. So just excited and glad that we had a chance to experience that, and that was a fun deal for us. And we had some good teams. Many of our guys made it back to the NFL, so it's always encouraging when you can see that positive feedback.
Yeah. It must have been tough for you to be able to leave right before the season kicked off this weekend. And what was the feeling like from the players, as well as some of your staff that you were taking over at Tennessee State?
I mean, actually, they were really happy for me. I talked to Russ Brand, who was the president of the league, Darryl Moose Johnson, who is the executive vice president, and everybody else that's affiliated with the UFL. I got their blessings. They were all excited for me, looking forward to, supporting and watching us while we take on here at Tennessee State. Our players were excited. Of course, our assistant coaches. There was that immediate, so what, now what? All right, Coach Barlow is leaving. But Shannon Harris, the guy that's taken over, who's the HBCU product, went and played for Tennessee State. It was awesome to be able to pass the torch on to him, and he's going to do fine things. And looking forward to watching those guys play on Sunday against the Birmingham team.
Yeah, yeah. I remember our conversation right before the XFL championship. You talked about your staff and how you built that staff over in Washington. Talk about how you're going to build your staff as well as your team in Tennessee State.
Yeah, tennis over here. Obviously, we like having coaches who've worked together before. Obviously, Coach Keiss and Coach Shannon Harris. Those guys have been with us before. Greg Williams, who's an all-time NFL coach and defensive coordinator, who's done a great job wherever he's gone. He coached in 2 Super Bowls. So it's a mixture of having guys who work together. We like to have an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator, obviously, but we still like to have a guy in that assistant role that also has been an offensive defensive coordinator at some point in their career. So we try to build like that. We try to sprinkle in a little young guy or two to give them that experience, so we can pay it forward. So we try and do that as well, and that's what we'll do here. Greg Williams will be here with us at Tennessee State. So he was the defensive coordinator here in Nashville for the Tennessee Titans, and we play in that same stadium. And he's coming. I mean, he
knows how to bring it. Look, you don't have to tell me about Greg Williams, because I also covered the Saints, and I'm a New Orleans native, so I loved everything that Greg Williams was able to do to bring a Super Bowl championship to New Orleans, man. So I know Coach Williams is going to bring it. So that's great to have him a part of your program.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for our student athletes just to be able to learn and hear. And I mean, Greg is one of the smartest guys I've ever been around from a football standpoint, intelligence and his knowledge, and just the things that he know about the game. We've learned a lot from him over the years. Coach Keiss is also a really good coordinator. He's been with us everywhere we've been. And when we brought him from college up to when we were at the pros of UFL, we led the league in rushing, had player of the year, and Jordan Tamu. So Coach Keiss does a good job as well. He's from or has a home here in Tennessee, so in Nashville. So he'll be joining us as well, and we'll have the band back together. We gotta let them finish the product off that we built this team. So our guys are staying back, and then at the championship, June 14th, after they win that, they'll be heading their way here to Tennessee State.
Okay, all right. Well, congrats to having some of your staff already in place. If you had a message to any coaches or prospective coaches out there, as well as the players, what type of coaches and players are you looking for to be able to be a part of the Tigers program?
Yeah, I mean, here at Tennessee State, from a player standpoint, we want guys that love football. And I think they have to ask themselves the question, when you ask people, how do you spell love? Most people spell it Love. Well, here at Tennessee State, we spell it Time, because if you love the things that you say you love, you wouldn't spend time with. So we want guys that want to invest time in football. We want guys that care about team. We want guys that are not selfish. We want guys that work hard, guys that are disciplined, guys that are willing to sacrifice for the sake of the university, for the sake of the neighborhood, the community that we have. here in this great city of Nashville. So those are the guys we want. And then, I mean, of course, you got to have a skill set to bring with all of that. You got to be able to play. But there's so many good players in the state of Tennessee and bordering states. So we're looking forward to digging in and getting some of those good athletes here.
Yeah, look, you're going to have to dig in immediately to hit the recruiting trail as well, right?
Yeah, recruiting is so important. Obviously, that's the lifeline of your program. And because of, how we came on this late, obviously you have to acknowledge that, but we won't make any excuses for it. It's so what, now what? We got the job, we took the job, and we're here. And anything outside of that is useless information. And we just want to work the task and try to get the guys better. The guys that are in the transfer portal, we're re-recruiting them to come back and be a part of what we got going on. And then, of course, sprinkling in some other guys that we think fit the mold, fit the model, and have the mindset to be a Tennessee State Tiger.
Okay. If you were sitting down, Coach, with a prospective parent, guardian, as well as the player themselves, what should they know about you, Reggie Barlow?
First, that I'm a God-fearing man, that I love family. I am a father and love family and invested in doing right by everybody that's affiliated with our family. They should know that we are extremely passionate about football, that we are extremely knowledgeable about football, that we've walked the walk of what we're asking these guys to do. We've walked the campus of an HBCU, wondering, will you have a chance to make it to the next level? And we did that just through grit, through work, through mindset, through good coaching, good teammates, and all of that. So obviously we'll let them know all of those things. And we also let them know that the product or the kid that they're giving us, that they will be getting a better product of that kid when we give them back.
Wow. Love it. Love it. Man, it's a great challenge for you, Coach. I know you're going to do well. Anything that you need from us over at HBCU Legends, we will always support you on your efforts, man. But I want to ask you this last question. Tennessee State has had legendary coaches like John Merritt, right? And legendary programs as well. But when you look at what Reggie Barlow and Lewis's staff is going to put their fingerprints on this program, what should we expect year one?
Yeah, I mean, you should expect a team that's going to go out and compete at a high level. We understand the legends that have been here, and I'm humble and blessed to have a chance to know that I can walk the campus that John Merritt walked, and all of these great, great athletes, not just in football, but basketball and track and baseball when we had baseball here. So, I mean, this campus is legendary. This campus have over 121 guys that have been drafted into the NFL. So the standard has been set. Big Blue understands and knows about production. And when you watch our team, you'll see that. You'll see a team that's going to fly around on defense, run and hit. You're going to see a team that's going to run the ball. That's what we've always demanded first. And then obviously be able to take shots and throw the ball when we need to. Outstanding on special teams, detail oriented. And most importantly, a team that loves Tennessee State and a team that's going to go out and represent for Tennessee State. And as they say here, we got your back, and we just want them to know we got their front. We're going to protect them. We're going to do our thing for them.
All right. Man, Coach, you got me ready. I'm ready to suit up for you, man. You need me. I'm coming down there to Tennessee to be a part of the Blue squad there. Last thing, Coach, how can the young people follow you as well as kind of meet you if they're interested in becoming a part of the TSU family?
Yeah, I mean, obviously on social media, it's so easy to touch anybody. They can be thousands of miles away. But if you're on Instagram or X or all that stuff, for me, it's Reggie Barlow on Twitter or X. It's Coach Reggie Barlow it's at Coach Reggie Barlow on Instagram. And of course, Facebook, which I don't know if they're on that. It's just Reggie Barlow. But
these kids like IG, don't they?
Yeah, they like it. Trust me, I get a lot of messages there, and I don't have a problem with it, man. I say, if you want it, and you want it bad enough, you got to find a way to get it. Be creative as you can to get your coach or that coach's attention, however you need to do it, so they can see your film and know that you're passionate about ball.
Definitely. All right, Coach. Can't wait to see you. I think you guys kick off the season in the John Merritt Classic. Is that correct?
Yeah, we obviously that's an important classic to Tennessee State and everything it stands for. So we our schedule right now is the transfer portal. That's what we're kicking off with. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll get to the schedule when we get to the schedule. Right now, the schedule is a transfer portal.
Okay. All right, Coach. Well, look, thank you so much. We appreciate you here at HBCU Legends. That's Coach Reggie Barlow, the new head football coach of the Tennessee State Tigers. You can always follow him on all of those social media platforms he just spoke about, but also reach out and touch him. He's a good man. He's a good coach, and I think he's going to do a great job over in Nashville. I'm Kyle T. Mosley of HBCU Legends on Sports Illustrated, as well as the Black Sports Insiders. Thank you, Coach, for this interview. I appreciate you very much, sir.
Thank you. Enjoyed it. Thanks.
You're welcome. Take care.
Go Big Blue.